but that's exactly why younger people will get fed up with them.
No,
That's exactly why they will start to engage with
they don't
the
want
world
to change.
outside of Japan.
They don't want to change. This is very conservative.
I doubt it. I think actually
Similar to
the
America.
elderly.
Do you know the similar to America?
Hmm.
United States of America, they don't want to change.
Right. And I think actually I 100% believe that.
Do you know Chinese? They want to change.
So we both agree on so they don't want to change, and I think actually that will lead to the elderly generation that will grab the power, and that actually will lead to a revolt of the younger people against the elderly people, and that will drive people outside of Japan or orientation outside of Japan. That's why I have hope for the future that Japan will become more competitive and more outward going.
This is your hope, right? Your hope.
Well, it would be logical. I think it would be logical that because if you lose connection within your own society, you're going to look for other society to belong to. No? Well, if it's not inside Japan, it has to be, logically speaking, outside of Japan. That means that people will be more outward focused. That also means
another way I try to explain for you. Younger people recently, especially younger people, they do not want to try to make an effort to attain something. Okay, they not to working hard or study hard. They don't want to. Okay, there are many younger people easygoing. So kind of people, how come they try to seriously consider to study English? I don't understand.
Well, because I think that...
Okay, in Japan, we don't have English background environment, okay? So if you're going to want to study English or Japanese, it's very hard, not easy, unbelievably hard. But how come younger?
But you get something in return, right?
No, they don't think so. They don't think more higher position. They don't think. Do you know the number one their life goal is something teacher or something?
Teacher.
Yeah. Second is they want to go into be some baseball player or something.
Oh, yeah, I wanted that too.
Yeah.
If I would.
Yeah.
If I would be young,
the woman is number one is a nurse or something.
Right.
Second is some
probably as long as they have these kinds of questions. That
the second is like working for some haircut.
Hair salon.
Hair salon. It's no big dream.
Yeah, okay, but they're 6-7 years old.
Okay, how come those people want to study English? They are not relating anything at all.
How old were the people that asked this question?
Middle high school.
Really?
Yeah. So this is a fact. This is because of the reason is their parent and their teacher. Okay, this is disastrous. So that's the reason I'm very much worried about Japanese spirit. They lost them all. Okay, no dignity in future. Even if senior people, they don't have dignity, pride, right? So how come the younger people get study from those old senior people or their parents? This is a fact. So that's the reason I wrote 3 books. You should study. And I wrote books as Spirit of Japan, but just writing book. And then I recognize, those Japanese people, they don't have all of those. They had 100 years ago, but not now. But you try to revive those spirits again. This is my recommendation. I recognize. Then finally understand, Japanese emperor, he has. It's a pity, only emperor. Right? 100 million people, they lost kind of dignity.
But also, of course, the emperor, from his birth, he's kind of forced to follow that.
That's right. So it's a current situation we need to consider, very serious situation, and devastating. situation currently Japanese environment is, we need to reconsider it. So you think about 10 years later, 20 years later, nothing happened in the current Japanese environment. So Japanese is okay. We are GDP, just you said, GDP is decreasing, but I think no problem. If you're going to change your mind, we have opportunity for improving for our country. But if current situation will go in, it's disaster.
Yeah, but I'm hopeful that the current situation will not last.
Yeah. There's no hope now.
No, I'm hopeful that it will change.
But you're not Japanese. Okay.
Yeah, so actually that's the point. I think that's
that's the point.
No, but,
Very serious point.
so why is that the point? Because actually I feel that I'm an outsider, right?
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of young people also will feel like me as an outsider in their own society, and that's why I think that things will change.
No, they're outsider. I agree with that. But but they try to get out from the current situation. But where are you going to? They have no direction. This is a problem.
But there is only one direction that's outside of Japan, no?
No. Just outside the current society, current group, current system. But they don't know where to go. This is a problem. Who's going to teach
I met a Yakuza guy on Wednesday. He went to outside of Japan and he lived in Thailand for a while, and his English was good.
Do you know why?
Oh, so he wanted to get out of.
Do you know why? No. The Yakuza tried to deal in gold. And he tried to handle prostitute, and so tried to sell and deal with women.
But in Singapore?
Yeah, no, Thailand.
But yeah,
okay, women and gold.
In Singapore,
Japan is very rules for management of gold. They import gold, they got a lot of money. They import women, they got a lot of money. Right? Yakuza is go overseas to get money because they have very difficult to get money in Japan now. So they try to go outside, back and forth, they try to deal in women. Woman is very easy to get money. Just you yourself, you change your mind, okay, now I decide a job, I'm going to handle women. Now he is going to reach, but usually you consider common sense, right? This is illegal. So many people don't want to do in some kind of illegal.
Right.
But the Yakuza are willing to do that.
Right.
So they bring 10 women and sell them. It's one, okay, 300,000 yen, one woman. Okay, I'm going to sell it for you. 10 is 3 million, 100, 30 million. Get rich. Right? It's easy.
Well, he came back to Japan, obviously, otherwise he wouldn't have.
Because the reason is, do you know why reason is? My friend lives in Chiang Mai. Okay, 6 months. Too much bored. Okay.
So actually, he realized that he really liked it in
Japan.
Japan.
Tell you, if you have to come back, Shinjuku and Kabukicho is more fun. But Chiang Mai or some in Bangkok, and they have, nightlife. It's bored. Right? Or he can take any kind of woman and play, but not more than 6 months. Right? Nothing interesting. So what's the reason to come back to Japan, even if they got money? I don't know. He doesn't want to do that. Okay? But I tell you, this guy speaks English, but this is a rare case. Usually, he cannot speak English. It doesn't matter. No, it cannot English. You cannot speak English. Just money. How much is this? Okay, just I'm going to buy 5. Right? Easy. And even if business person the same to transport Singapore, they are dealing business with Japanese, within Japanese. In Singapore, they have Japanese village. Okay, play golf and drink and karaoke. Right. Within Japanese, among Japanese. That's the reason they have no English improvement. And they don't read English newspaper. Nikkei newspaper they everyday reading. Not New York Times, not that's Star Life or something. Singapore newspaper.
I don't know.
Okay, something like that. This is true. So that's the reason I wrote book that I show you. English Japanese book for English Japanese. Okay, explain English by English and Spirit of Japan. That's the reason in English.
So, but
and then I recognize, oh my God, this is useless. Even if I written down in English, but nobody read it, right?
But basically, so the reason why people go to Singapore but do not learn how to speak English is because they prefer to be in the company of Japanese people. So what I foresee is that basically there will be a schism within the Japanese society where young versus old, where old tries to hold on to traditional values, try to keep everything as it is, but at the same time doesn't puts a big burden on younger society. So younger group in society. So they don't want to be with the elderly.
Yeah, I understand. They're children of those people. They went to international school or local school. They can speak English very well.
Right.
So those people growing up, they are of course English background. They'll get if parents living overseas. But parents living in Japan, this sort of things never happen.
Really? Even if they feel that they are no longer part of the Japanese society because the society is ruled by old people?
Oh, even if in Singapore.
No, not Japan? I'm not talking about Singapore. I'm talking about the younger generation in 50 years.
Absolutely no. No. It's impossible. But they have opportunity to speak English anyway. How are they going to find out their English-speaking friend? No, they cannot.
Everywhere online or...
No, they don't do that. My children never do that.
Your children never do that, but maybe they want to be part of Japanese society.
No, they never do that. It's impossible. They try not to do that. They never try to do that. I tell you, teacher cannot speak English. Parents cannot speak English. How come they try to?
Well, that's why because we're going to change the educational system and going to learn English directly at the source, not from
Japanese education system never change. Next 100 years.
What do you think? What do you think, Kimoto-san? You are
okay. You don't misunderstand. Very few people educated. Okay, wisdom people. But politician, 80-90% politician is very traditional and stubborn, never changing mind type of people.
Right, because but they
how come those
shouldn't.
people? How come those people going to change our country? Do you know the municipal city election? Who what kind of people are elected?
People with good hair or
right.
breasts.
Beautiful woman, right?
Right.
So those kind of women, what men and women, good looking guy, beautiful woman, how they're going to change our education system? It's impossible. Okay, democracy is very stable. Japan is very safety, very stable. But it means we're going to improve? No improvement. Don't misunderstand, okay? Current Japan is the most democratic country in the world. Very stable. Everybody happy. Even if 10 years, 20 years, 30 years later, Japan is very happy. GDP declining, no problem at all. Everybody happy. But no improvement.
Do you think that, for example, you said Japan is the most democratic country in the world. Do you think that a lot of people in Japan are aware that Japan is going to put another 40
they don't aware.
coal power?
No, they don't aware because reason is nothing, unless. Okay, no problem. Do you read newspaper? No news in Japan. Why?
Right. So, but basically, nobody puts any attention to the fact that we are building 40 coal-powered electricity.
No. Coal power plant, they don't care about that. Do you know why? Don't misunderstand. They are not educated.
well, they're educated enough to say,
Or they're going graduate university? No, don't. Oh my God. What did you study at university? Nothing.
Okay, but they studied a lot before they had to. They actually entered university.
No. This is nothing. Don't misunderstand. No, ordinary people. This is Okay, just simple question for ask them. Why do you live? What's the goal?
That's not a simple question.
What goal do you have?
Oh,
Nothing.
right.
Just only chasing some kind of fun, or just only the only alive. Many people, no dream, no fear. Okay, and only claim for his wife, and also his business. That's all. It means very safe, very stable. Nothing change. They don't want to change. Okay, must be careful. Japanese people, they don't want to change. Now is the best they saw, even if they have frustrating, there are some, complaint, something else, but they don't want to change. Don't misunderstand.
But that is also true for, because I realize and I recognize that all around me in the elderly generation, in the politicians, I do see that. But how long will the youth who actually need to pay for all this stubbornness and the fact that Japan doesn't adopt new technology and is still not capable of globalizing and still holding on to the educational system? How long is youth going to accept that?
Forever. And now you're going to gradually understand. Japanese they never accept drone, air of Tokyo City, right? China accepted Beijing, China accepted Shanghai, Shenzhen, already big city,
Right.
accepted. And China want to change, China want to very soon adopting automatic drivers, automobile, but Japanese people, government never accepted. Do you know why? Because ordinary people never want to do that. Never want to accept it. They don't want to change anything at all. Current situation, okay, from Shinjuku to Kichijoji, no higher building. They never accepted to build a higher building.
No Airbnb within 500
Exact-
meters of
exactly.
the school.
So at that meaning, it looks crazy, but not crazy. They don't want to change. This is our problem. That's the reason I wrote The Spirit of Japan. Do you have dignity? No dignity. They don't care. Right? This is our problem. This is a problem. Not only education, everything. But reason is simple. Reason is simple. Most happiest country in the world. Nobody walking and watching ground. Everybody watching go straight. Okay? They are happy. They satisfied everyday life. They don't get. New York Times journalist said that. How come Japanese they don't have even if they are poor, they never lost hope. They don't feel looks like poverty. They don't looks like sorrow, misery. None of those they're walking around the city, right? They are everybody, not like vivid, but just not like New York downtown. It's different.
No, that's true.
Different. So 10 years later, 20 years later, 30 years later, Japanese GDP person is declining, but still they're happy. This is a Japanese problem. Okay, that's the reason why 120, 30 million people is okay, just forget it. As it is, no problem. But half a million people go overseas. Okay, are we going to educate them? What you should do that, right?
But I'm afraid that they will not be able to make an impact because the rest of the society will say no.
Right. America, just thinking about that. Good example is the Constitution. A good example for any kind of government and also election. They just voting people, stupid guide, every stupid guide, electee is almost all people is exactly ordinary people. And can they manage the government? No, because we are so stable. So we are so based upon democracy. Even if they cannot do anything at all, no problem at all. It means they cannot change. Right?
Yeah, but I mean, is that acceptable for younger generation?
No. You are not acceptable. I am not acceptable. But ordinary people will accept that. It means parents accept it, children accept it. Okay? You like say opinion and everything else, but they don't agree with you. Like beforehand, my one of the publishers company president told me, Clyde, if you're going to speak out your opinion, 85% of your opinion is rejected by broadcast. Okay? He said, why? Because ordinary people don't agree with you. They don't want to change. Okay? And my opinion is I need change. You had better do that. So please do that. But ordinary people, they don't accept it. Why my book they don't want to buy? Because they don't want to read it. They don't want to listen to my opinion. This is a simple reason. Okay, Japan newspaper, the journalists, many people come to my school, and I had acquaintance with those people. They told me, okay, your opinion never accepted by Japanese ordinary people. That's the reason why they will not adopt your opinion. Okay? Basically, this is wrong. But Japanese newspaper only pick opinion based upon ordinary people's opinion.
But do you think that this will keep going for generation after generation after generation?
Yeah, just Japanese history.
But isn't it true that everywhere else?
Okay, I tell you, they changed their mind. Meiji Restoration. They changed the mind. Defeat the war. 2 times, past 150 years.
Right.
They changed the 180 degrees, turn around their mind.
Right.
So if you're going to happen to something happen, like North Korea will drop the nuclear bomb, maybe they're going to change their mind. But I don't know. Some big event will happen. Japanese people are going to, again, 180% change their mind. Okay, we need to go overseas. Okay, maybe they're going to happen. Otherwise, they would never want to change their mind. Okay, Meiji Restoration, they change 100%, they change their mind. Okay, they forget everything happened at Edo era.
Right.
And 1945, Japanese person, they forget everything before World War II. Right? 2 times.
So now the nuclear disaster, nuclear power plant was a good time to actually change your mind, but it doesn't.
It doesn't. If they're going to restart it, but Japanese ordinary people never against it. And against people is just only few people. Right?
Well, still the plans are there. TEPCO talks about it. The government talks about it. They can't really openly discuss it, but it's there in their annual report. You
okay,
can read.
I'm a senior person now. I'm writing the book. Okay, many books. For 2 years, I've written now 15 books already. But nobody read it, nobody listen to it. It doesn't. I don't care, because even if this someday many people recognize it, my opinion, they will listen. But I don't care. But I wanted to write it. Currently, Japanese people, like a Spirit of Japan, their mindset, their attitude for the future is wrong. Right? You don't have dignity, right? So you should have it, pride. What is your pride? What is the Japanese identity? You don't have it. that I just dare to write it down book. If, whether Japanese people, ordinary people read or not, it doesn't matter. But you should do that. Right? Just you are talking about Japanese people should study English and they must be fluent speaking
Well,
English.
actually, I don't. I'm not even saying that they must speak English. I think that they want to speak English because they lose touch with their own society. The younger generation will lose touch with the Japanese society. Therefore, they will look for a new society to belong to. It's not like they must speak English. I think that they will want to.
Like my daily life, just English speaking opportunity only here.
But
Of course, I'm writing English book and I'm writing, preparing some book and I'm watching YouTube in English. But usually, normal people they don't touch English every day. Okay, and okay, but anyway, it's time. By the way, I just tried to check Takashi.
Yeah.
This also not.
you think he's emailing?
No, he no answer.
Oh, send me just an instant message on Facebook, please.
Oh?
Just
He never looks first page.
No. If he answers you, then please send me a message.
Oh, send you.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
okay, Monday. Okay.
Yeah, I will.
You have time anyway, Monday morning, right?
Yeah. So I've changed my life. Every day I get up at 6. It's.
Really?
So I want to kind of like start to get prepared for whatever is happening in the Airbnb world. So I'm trying to study and work on new business opportunity.
Okay. On the past 6 weeks, I wake up at 5.
5 what taking a.
I'm writing book and I'm
You're
writing
also early, man. You're also early. I'm so tired because I go to bed at 1:30, 2 in the morning, and then get up at 6.
Oh, you're young, so when I was your age, I just
currently 59 years old.
49.
49.
49. Yeah.
She's young. That his age, I don't need to sleep.
Really? Well.
Yeah.
So I'm not so young.
So I tell you, I just write a book for 6 weeks, for 3 books, right? 6 weeks. I was so hard and finished last Wednesday. I was so tired. So
Must be. So Saturday, I also write you a message about Saturday, the publishing party.
oh, okay. I don't know how many people come. Maybe 6 or 7.
I always. You see.
But this time the title is The Spirit of Japan.
Maybe more.
More.
I think actually the title is good for a book. I think maybe that's
education. They have Amazon ranking by industry or by the content. But I submit education. I got 30s out of 100,000. Very good score. 30s. Many people try to watch it, but I don't care about that. Like your English. Okay, you can do it the remaining portion on the next Monday morning, right?
Okay. Yeah, well, actually, no. I've completed.
Completed?
Completed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yay.
Good job.
You remain 2 lines.
So okay, so the remaining 2 lines is Japan will follow the Nordic model.
What do you mean Nordic model?
Nordic model was the model where the assets of Norway were invested overseas.
Oh, Nordic model.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly, I agree with you.
Yeah. And renewable energy will seriously start to take off in about 5 to 10 years. TEPCO will be decimated.
Decimated, what does it mean?
Means that they will
Disappear.
go. Yeah, they will.
Disappear.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So.
Good.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, I hope that.
I hope so too.
Is it finished? Is it last one?
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. Very good. So why don't you send something, message for me what you're going to do the next week. Otherwise, I'm going to prepare.
I'm studying.
No, I need title.
Oh, you need time.
I'm going to preparing every day, send a message to audience, 4,000 people.
Okay. So you want? So I like the idea, but the title. I don't think it's interesting for people to listen to the Netherlands. So basically, I want to mirror Western culture with Japanese culture and the impact of society. So basically, do a comparison between not only culture but also legislation and history and.
Oh, don't forget the ancient.
Well, we don't go. We are only like 450 years old. We're not that old.
No. You are people survived 2,000 years ago.
Well, really, there is hardly any history because it was really nothing. The Netherlands was nothing.
Nothing.
But also, I need to get your thought about German philosopher.
my thought on German philosophy.
You studied, right?
German culture.
You studied, right?
German philosophy?
Yeah.
Like who? Hegel and Kant.
Hegel.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Something Hegel, right?
Yeah.
Hegel, right?
Dialectic.
Schopenhauer.
So,
right?
Hegelian dialectic.
You studied, right?
Yes.
Why don't you show them?
Great.
This is very important. If you're going talking about the Dutch culture, you can neglect the German philosophers. Right?
Yeah. Okay. So, but is it going to be only Dutch or is it West European?
European, French. Oh, French? Are you talking about Sartre?
But actually, French. Yeah, but wait a minute. Like there is a very big cultural difference between German culture, Anglo-Saxon culture, and
also, are you going to touch Napoleon?
I'm going to touch. He was our enemy. He was our enemy.
I tell you, I wrote books that kind of everything, including for Spirit of Japan. I in my book. Everything. So actually, it should be manageable because actually, if it becomes too big, then it's not going anywhere. Don't care. Just left and right and back and forth, and just you try to make some throw the ball for us. So Western Japan versus Western culture. Yeah. And I think write a little bit more. I just need to write what the issue you're going to make. So Japanese versus Western culture, or is Western versus Japanese? Okay. This is I'm going to show you. Okay, just a moment.
Western culture. But when I say culture, I'm not necessarily talking about arts and stuff like that. Eh?
No.
Like laws and regulations, everything.
Okay.
How about Western principle?
Principles. So.
Okay.
Principle is a very strong keyword.
Okay, principles.
Okay, I'll give you space. Why don't you write down in English? This is next week Saturday afternoon. Why don't you write English here?
Oh.
My God.
3 lines.
West versus Japan.
3 lines.
Versus Japanese culture.
Western culture versus Japanese. Otherwise, culture. So actually, I'm. What are you thinking? So it has to be attractive. Can I send it to you later this weekend maybe? Because
Usually I'm up every in the morning at 6 o'clock.
So because if the topic is not clear, then
You receive this my mail every morning?
maybe it goes into my spam box.
Every morning I write it down every morning. I show you that like this every
I saw this announcement on Facebook.
this one is like this. Like I show you this one. My oh, here you go. Huh? No, not today morning. 5:30. Oh. I didn't. Oh my God! No, this is trash. This one. This one? Oh, this one. Today's. Huh? Oh, this is tomorrow morning. Every day I send
聞こえます。拾ってくれます。
Every day I send this one.
ただ、残念なのは、てか、まず事実なのは、3% しか英語
Oh,
がで
this
きなかった時
is
に、
Japanese.
イスラエルあたりに、
This is
英語
なん
されるのは、英語される
Huh?
What's his name?
Ohashi.
Ohashi.
Oh, this is yours. This is yours. This is yours. See? Every day I'm up like this.
So moving on to part two, then now we have decided to move cheek to cheek. Okay. We ended the last version by discussing actually. Okay, so basically, what's going to happen with us as human beings?
Your English is very good. Just the narrative is
one job is replaced for the other.
very accurate.
Less and less people get a real employment. They become self-employed individuals. The people who are flexible enough, they will be able to survive in the system. But as we grow older, we lose flexibility.
But this one is
and it's
28
not
minutes.
all-
Why?
Everybody is equipped with
28
the same
minutes. Usually I 10
to
minutes.
actually be
Why
flexible.
28 minutes?
So
There was no point.
it's a
Exactly. You are very clever.
what will this do for our society?
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Exactly. Okay. Usually 10 minutes, but this is. And Soroda speak a lot. はい、皆さんこんにちは、雲野です。今日はですね、雲野塾の研修のプログラムをご紹介したいと思います。で、こういうふうなホームページありますけれども、ぜひですね、一度中身をご覧になっていただきたいと思います。今日はブーキューブさんのスタジオに来て、この収録をしておりますので、中身はこういうふうになってて、今最近ホットなね、グローバルリーダーの定義など書いてあります。で、特に経団連が作成しました、留学すれば英語ができて専門性を持つというだけではですね、グローバルリーダーになれないと、ここに書いてありますようにですね、仕事ができる、専門性を持つ、英語ができるだけじゃなくてですね、私どもの塾ではリベラルアーツということと、それからもう一つは孫子の兵を、さらにはですね、日本の歴史というものを合わせて教えることによって、皆さんが海外の欧米の方々と、もしくは華僑圏の方々と正々堂々と渡り合えるような人物を育成しようというふうなことを考えています。ここに次のスライドが出ておりますけれども、ここに書いてありますのはですね、さらに、私どもの雲野塾の中身につきましてはですね、欧米の資料しか使っておりません。また実際に雲野塾は英語でやっておりますので、英語の講師がこう話しておりますけど、学習はですね、日本の歴史をまだ教えてますので、学習の午後はですね、日本のプログラムをしております。で、以前はこれ有料だったんで、今はですね、実際に会場費も取っていただいておりませんで、毎回5000円ということで、朝9時から午後5時までやっておりますので、ぜひ皆さんですね、ご検討の上ご参加いただければと。英語のできない方もですね、学習の午後、こういうふうな研修をしておりますので、ぜひご参加いただければというふうに思っておりますので、よろしくお願いします。で、ここにさらにですね、グループ討議とか実務の勘どころを教えると書いてありますけど、実際には私が10年ほどですね、欧米の新聞とか雑誌等をですね、集めてきた、もともと英語のベースでございますので、そうしたものをですね、50セッションのテーマに分けて資料作成をしております。そういうことで、世界のオペレーション、もしくはカントリーリスクも含めてですね、しかも世界のトップの方々に対しても、いろいろな分析とか洞察をしてですね、議論をしております。そういったことも含めてですね、今後ともよろしくお願いしたいと思います。以上で私の挨拶を終えますが、今回のこのビデオの収録にあたってはですね、V キューブさんのスタジオをお借りしてですね、お時間を頂戴して、このビデオを作成させていただきました。よろしくお願いします。どうもありがとうございました。